thrilled for the guys that won't, for the guys that have played their last game in Gamble, the older guys in particular, they're probably, it was great for them to win their last one here. The memory for them will probably be, the Houston game last year will probably be, the game that in their minds was probably, their last game in here, because of obviously the sold out crowd and the CV mic drop, because, without the fans, it's obviously that probably becomes their memory, but we were happy to, obviously this game was an important game and, on a number of levels, but we wanted to honor our seniors by finishing the season the right way.
Go ahead, Wayne.
Dan, you stressed that word finish, finish, finish. Was that your message in the locker room after the game, that we're a work in progress? We've got more to finish.
Yeah, I mean, it was finishing the irregular season and obviously finishing this last home game against a team that really has only lost to us recently and obviously won at Creighton and was really playing well. And Patrick, Patrick's in my mind, coach of the year candidate, what he's done with that team. So we knew it was just important to win the game and finish the irregular season.
You shot a season high 59%, and that first half was incredible. Could you talk about what made the offensive execution so effective?
Playing for each other, just, playing for each other. It's a real simple game. I thought we got the ball down the court quickly. I thought we were decisive with the shots we did take. In basketball, I thought we had a good mixture of inside out, but, basketball is a simple game. If your job as an offensive player is to try to draw two defenders and spray the ball somewhere. And if the second defender doesn't come, go put something good on the rim.
And talk about James Bouknight's game. Is he back to 100% now? Because it sure looked pretty good, especially from 3-point range today.
It was nice to see him. It was nice to see him shoot it like that. He shoots it like that a lot. And the stoppages, the injury stuff, obviously he hurt his rhythm, but as a shooter, but he certainly looked comfortable.
Dom?
Dan, I know after the Houston game last year, I know how confident you felt going into the American tournament that you guys might be the hottest team or the team to beat going in. Do you have that same kind of feeling now going into this tournament?
Well, I mean, it's next week's going to be completely different, obviously. These games, you don't start 10-0, in the quarters because we've come in playing well. We've got to have good preparation and not drink the Kool-Aid because now, we've gone from, is this team a bubble team, to now all of a sudden, I think Final Four sleeper. So just don't drink the Kool-Aid. We have a chip on our shoulder. People have, haven't praised a lot of our season. We've had a lot of detractors, and I love that. We're gonna have a chip on our shoulder and a real edge to us over the next couple of weeks, and that's our mentality.
Neil?
Dan, has Gaffney done anything better in practice or in preparation that you've seen him, a key to him turning it around and playing so well today and recently?
I mean, he obviously flashed in the Seton Hall game. He's flashed his talent all the time around us. I just think, just players, they come into their own at different points in their career. I think, we're in, this instant gratification, obviously, where if players don't do it right away, like he's developing, his body's developing, he's developing mentally. When we recruited him, I thought he had a chance at the, I thought, and I think he's got a chance at the next level because of the athleticism and his talents. For just different players develop at different points in their career. And, that's why, he's so valued by by this program.
Ron Bailey.
Yes, Coach. First, congratulations. You started off, I guess, at St. Benedict's when I first met
My
you.
man, Ron, what's up?
You already know.
Yo, Ron. Oh, my man. What up?
How you doing, man?
My man.
Proud of
Good.
you. Happy for you too.
Thank you.
Talk about what St. B's did to prepare you for this level of basketball, if anything.
Yeah, I'll try to be quick because I don't know if but you know, I learned how to be a head coach. I learned how to be a leader at that level. I was allowed to make a lot of mistakes, you know, in my growth that way. Headmaster at that school, Father Edwin Leahy, you know, I learned so much about him. He's one of the great leaders in education. So I learned a lot from Father Ed, but I just, you know, I learned how to be a leader and you know, I learned how important, you know, it is like relationships. I've kind of taken a high school coach's approach in terms of the way I relate with my players to the college level. And that's not necessarily a common thing, but really it was from going to Benedict's to Wagner to Rhode Island. Just every head job that I've taken has prepared me for the next one.
Okay. What was your message to your guys? I mean, you were getting any and everything you wanted early on throughout much of the game, but particularly early on. They called timeout. What did you say to your guys?
Yeah, I mean, for us to be a factor deep into the Big East tournament and deep and to win a game or games in the NCAA tournament, you know, you've got to maintain a very high level of play. So, you know, we got off to a great start, and obviously the theme coming in was finish, but you want to advance and deep into these tournaments in March, you got to maintain a high level of play.
Okay, thank you. Good luck. You know, I'll be watching.
Yes, my man.
Gavin.
Okay.
Dan, obviously you've had your guys all together for a few weeks now. How are they kind of settled into their roles? You kind of think everybody kind of understands their roles now?
Yeah, you know, again, it's to be able to consistently play games has allowed us to improve and get comfortable and play better basketball. So, you know, just getting that consistent practice, getting in a routine of game preparation, you know, has allowed us to play good ball. We dealt with a lot of stuff this year.
Sean McFarland.
You guys had a season high from 3 tonight with 12. I think more in your last 3 games combined. Just how key is it going to be building on this momentum from shooting from deep heading into next week?
Yeah, I just think you know, it's obviously, you know, we could throw it in, you know, we could throw it inside to Adama, you know, we could throw it into Josh, you know, Isaiah can finish at the rim. You know, we've got guards that can beat you off the dribble and create at the rim. You know, but you have to have that shooting, you know, you have to have those floor spacers. You know, and again, I wasn't happy with our second half defense. Obviously, we played to the score a little bit, but you know, if we defend at a high level and rebound at a high level and be the hardest playing team on the court and can make some threes, you know, obviously it'll be tough to beat.
Do you feel like having that 3-point shot unlocks this offense a little bit? 'Cause like you said, you have guys you can throw it into, guards that can get in the paint and dribble and drive, but having that outside shot, does that kind of unlock this offense a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, it creates space. You know, it creates space for James, creates space for RJ. You know, for Tyrese to try to get downhill. It just creates you know, post chances for Adama where he's got room. You know, room to make plays. We could do things in the ball screen game because of, you know, when you can't shoot, it's hard. You know, then now you're in rock fights, and I've done those before, and those are hard.
Dave Borges.
Dan, just looking at the Big East tournament overall next week, when you look at, you know, some of the injury and other issues affecting some of the top teams, do you anticipate it as maybe being a little more wide open than in the years past, you know, next week?
I mean, with all due respect, I feel like you know, it's pretty wide open. You know, you know, obviously prayers and a speedy recovery to Colin. You know, brutal stuff right there. but that dude's a warrior and a champion, and he'll be back and better than ever. But I felt like there were multiple teams that could win this tournament next week, regardless. Maybe 5, 6 teams that have the ability, whether there were injuries or not. This is a much better league than we get credit for. We didn't play enough non-conference games to jack up the net like a lot of these other leagues have been able to. Just kind of, even some of the mid-major leagues that, have no big non-conference wins, have these incredible nets. The numbers are skewed this year. The league hasn't gotten enough credit. So I know we can win it. I know Creighton, Villanova, Seton Hall can win it. St. John's can win it. Xavier can win it. There's a number of teams that can win it. Providence got, there's 6, 7 teams that got a shot to win this thing.
Danny Barletta?
Hey, Coach, you put together some of the best performances of the season recently. How important is it to be playing your best basketball in March?
Yeah, no one has really any control over whether, like you're actually playing your best basketball, because, some players slump late in the year and can't get themselves out of it going into the tournament or conference or NCAA, and you just kind of can't get them back, or guys deal with an injury. Like, there's a lot of factors. Anyone that says like a coach could control a team playing their best basketball, you just improve as a team as the season goes on. You just become a stronger team. You're better connected. You're more together. Everyone understands their roles, and you just hope that, you can make enough shots and that guys could, play well enough offensively, and that you get the right matchups. A lot of this time of year is about matchups.
Dan Davis?
Dan, you talked about shooting 59%. I think you had 22 assists on 35 baskets. As a coach, how do you teach a team to share the ball, create space like you did, especially in the first half?
Just film, watch film, watch some of the over dribbling and, some of the, the reckless play in different games. It's a lot of film study. It's obviously, we coach our guys hard in practice, and then obviously we emphasize, a heavy emphasis is, for us is just, do your job as an offensive player and draw 2 and spray the ball somewhere. And, really for us, it's we're a deep team. And again, if we defend and rebound and share the ball, we're going to we're going to put ourselves in a position to have a good chance to win games.
You stress that sharing every day in practice?
Yeah. I mean, I yell at people all the time for being selfish. I mean, no one wants to coach a selfish player. Obviously, Book, guys like Book and the way RJ has played, they earn, they earn more, more freedom offensively. Tyler is a shooter, probably earn a little bit, earn more leeway to take more difficult shots. But, those guys were great. I mean, James scored 21 on 12 shots. But the strength of this team is James is a star player, and our depth is impressive.
Okay.
We have a lot of really good players.
Okay, couple more before we go. I just want to stress everybody notes this is Coach's 200th career win. Go ahead, Charlotte.
They look excited. Don't all you guys congratulate me at once. It's like, oh, there you go. I see Neil. I think I just saw Neil. Thank you, Neil.
Congratulations, Dan. Just going off. No, the pressure's on me on that one.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Just going off what you said about preparation heading into the Big East tourney, how are you going to utilize the next upcoming days before that? And what are you going to stress, I guess, in practice or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we'll do it. We'll obviously give these guys off tomorrow. And, we'll have a nice long video, video edit for them on Monday when they come in pre-practice. Just, like kind of the things we need to do more and the things that have cost us this year, just as a reminder. Because again, we haven't been in this position where, people, now all of a sudden we're a sexy pick to make a big run here in March again when no one thought we were any good not too long ago. So I'm gonna keep these guys on edge, and I'm gonna remind them. Maybe I need to show them, some old social media posts that were people just destroying us when we were at our lowest point. So I'm gonna have these guys revved up for Thursday. I can guarantee you that.
Last one, Eric.
Coach, 6-7 months ago, we weren't sure we'd be at this point. How hard was it to get through this regular season? What an accomplishment for you and your players.
Yeah, amazing. These guys have been awesome. And really, just to not have the fans, just to not have your home fans, to even not have the road fans where, it's so intense, but just to not have the fans has eliminated so much of the joy that you experience. It's like such a huge part of what makes us tick and make this such a special experience in college basketball, especially at a place like this with what we get at Gamble and what we get at XL. It's like as good as it gets in the country. So the only reward was to put ourselves in a position where we can make a run in the conference tournament and to get ourselves in the NCAA tournament. Like a season this brutal, like literally, to have the Selection Sunday moment and to have a real chance in the Big East tournament. That's the reward for getting through a tough year.
Thanks, Coach.
And I like to, it was great to have the frontline healthcare workers here today. Those are real heroes, and just to have them in the building today, it was an honor to perform in front of you today, and appreciate everything, and appreciate Husky Nation. Let's go.
Thanks, Coach. Players coming right up. Kevin, get going.
Hey, Jalen, what kind of got the team going offensively? You hit a season high for 3-pointers. You had 22 assists. How do you explain kind of the offensive success?
Definitely just we were just looking for each other out there, sharing the ball, and I think we were just playing with confidence. Like, everybody can score on this team. We have a bunch of scorers on this team. It's just a matter of who's playing well that day, who's hitting shots, who's hot. But we having a great offense and a lot of players that can score the ball. So today it just came easy for us.
It's Book in the background if anybody's got questions for him too. Go ahead, Sean McFarland.
Yeah, you guys came out hot in that first half, and Coach said after the Seton Hall win he wanted to avoid complacency this weekend and not overlook this game. Was that kind of the mindset early in this one? Was get out early and don't let it become a game that could slip away?
That was a question. No, for sure. That was definitely a point to come out strong, come out aggressive, and just try to make the first punch. Last game we came out kind of slow, so we just try to make an emphasis for this game to come out faster.
Dave Borges.
Yes, yeah. Just looking ahead, what do you guys expect next week at Madison Square Garden in terms of the just the competition level and how competitive this whole league has been all year? What are you guys kind of expecting next week?
Go ahead, Book, take it.
Want me to answer that, Phil?
I do.
All right. Can you repeat the question? I thought it was a question for Tyler.
Just, the Big East has been so competitive this year. How competitive, and what do you guys expect at the tournament in Madison Square Garden next week?
We definitely expecting a dogfight. I mean, it's the Big East, one of the best conferences in the country, and every game is a tough game. It's a battle, and if you don't come in with the right mindset, you could lose any game. So we just gonna stay ready and expect a war every game.
Ron Bailey.
Okay, thanks. Bouknight, you were hot early on, basically couldn't be stopped. Did you feel hot coming before tip-off? Did you know you were going to have that kind of impact? And number two, did you think that they were put back on their heels by the fact that you were unguardable to begin the game?
I forgot what he said. What was the first? Can you repeat the first part of the question?
Did you come out? Did you know you were going to be hot?
Oh, no, like it's like what going into every game, I just take the approach of just going out there and playing my game and letting it come to me. I feel like when I start to force things and try to make stuff happen, that's when I start getting a little bit out of control and just like sloppy, like Coach always says, sloppy Sally. So I just went into this game like with the mindset of just letting it come to me and whatever comes, it comes.
Did you know that they were? Did your heat level? Did you how much you were on? Did that put them on their heels at all?
I wouldn't say it put them on their heels. I mean, I feel like we came into this game with a better game plan than them. I think we took this week to like really prepare for this and focus on finishing the season on top.
Okay, and last question, Polley, is your father from Baltimore?
Yes, he is.
He's that same linebacker guy that went to Florida State?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why didn't you play football?
Why didn't I play football? Well, here's the thing. I tried playing football, and they put me on offensive line.
Oh, goodness.
And after that, I never played football again. So I was a twig out there, so playing offensive line was not it.
Okay, thank you. Good luck, Polley. Good luck, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Down.
James, I know that after the Houston game last year, which was a year ago yesterday, and particularly you guys felt like something special was going into the conference tournament. Do you have that same kind of feeling, that same kind of confidence this year?
Oh yeah. If not more, like this year, we know it's the year. Like we're just so confident. Like in practice, we just talk about it. We know we have like a special team and we can actually make something happen this year. Like we could make some noise and be like one of those, be back at that big name brand school, that bleed blue school.
Charlotte?
I'm just going to ask if Tyler and Jalen can weigh in on that also, what the confidence level is going into the conference tournament compared to last year.
Like James said, our confidence level is really high right now. Last year I was hurt around this time. So, I mean, just being a witness to it, I think we have even more confidence going to the tournament. We're just clicking right now. We're just playing real good basketball. So, we're just going to play as hard as we can and, make the most out of March.
Yeah, I just think, just everybody has one common goal and everybody's on the same page right now. I mean, you've seen it on the court today. I mean, we scored, however many points, 96 points, 98 points, something like that. And we're just clicking in all cylinders. So we're just looking good right now. And we're all very confident going into the Big East tournament.
Okay, now Charlotte.
This is for Tyler. Just how today was emotionally for you, just with senior day and closing out with the ceremony and getting the video and stuff.
It was pretty emotional. I tried to walk into the game though and not try to get too emotional, but it was really special just to see like everything throughout the past years. It's crazy. It went by so fast, but I'm just so grateful, so blessed to play at UConn and be a part of rebuild. I'm good. I'm not choking up. But yeah, I'm just extremely blessed, and I'm just happy that I can help this program get back to where it belongs, and just gonna keep on fighting.
Ken?
Coach Hurley was talking about how much he stresses sharing the ball in practice, and if you guys get sloppy or anything, he'll yell at you. You just talk about how you guys, anyone who wants to take this, at what point did you guys feel like you're at this stage where you share the ball so well, get your space and get your good shots?
I'll answer that. At what time? I'll probably say around the time when Bouknight first came back. I mean, he's just so talented, such a great scorer, such a great player. So with him in the court, he's just really hard to guard offensively. So we're just sharing the ball, spacing the floor, and just making the most of our opportunities.
Hey, guys, I don't,
No problem.
Book, you want to comment on that or no?
Nah, come on.
Okay, guys, that's it. I don't see any more questions. Thanks, everybody.